we're gonna start in here since we're in here. Yeah. Okay. So this is a bungalow top, and you're gonna see a lot of good craftsmanship in here, a lot of attention to detail. Julio picked everything, every single piece in here. Julio selected it himself as he's building. So because Julio's a great creator, everything, like when I work, everything's out of my head, and that's what he did here. Everything's right out of his head as he's moving along. So if we look over here, we come in and we'll see the details here. So you see the nice way the crown molding comes around and creates a detail, and then all the work inside here. So this breaks up the height. It doesn't look like it's all one piece. It looks like two pieces, so it's nice. And these are special pot lights, so we're still waiting for the cap for that one, which is here. Yeah, so these are special for areas where there's a lot of water involved. So as we come down, as we're going down on these large marble tiles, we see the same pattern from above as down below, and then we end up in a beautiful basket weave that ties in the whole thing. And if you look at the selection on the shower head unit, so it's also rectangular in shape, which ties in with the rectangular stone. So you look at these little tiny architectural details, most people will not notice it, but you know, they take great thought. In the tub area, again, looks absolutely great, and we finished off here with the marble jamb. Another nice small detail, and you'll see how the marble fits up right up against the casing. So a great job there. And when you look here at the trim work above the marble, so most guys, they wouldn't even put the marble here. So not only is there the marble trim, but it's a double offset marble. So there's another secondary concave feature to it, which again, it's all small details. Unfortunately, the general public doesn't see any of it. They haven't got an idea what it's worth. So here in the master bedroom, what Julio did here is he took the ceiling up higher. So instead of your regular 8, you're about 8. Julio's about 8. Yeah, so we have a little taper, and again, when you look here at the ridge line, it's all very difficult to plaster and sand to get a straight line. It takes a lot of work. And crown molding doesn't come in this feature like this. Crown molding is always set up against two perpendicular wall and ceiling. So here, he had to custom make this in order to fit onto that angle. So another great detail. And then if you look inside the closet, the light's not up yet, so it's a little dark. But a beautiful shelf system, well organized. Hang garments, shoes, what have you, clothing, all looks good. And the last thing we look at in this room is the floor. Julio, tell us about this floor. What kind of a floor is this?
This is a maple floor. It is a...
Looks like a mocha color?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's mocha color, and it's a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
Nice satin finish.
Mid-satin type of a finish, has just enough shine.
It's not too dark, not too light. And
goes with any kind of furniture as well.
Yeah.
And if we look at the doors, so this is in the old days, in the 90s, so it used to be 6 panels here. So today it's 2 panels with the gentle arch. You put in the lever styles, so again, the gentle arch matches up with in here. So it looks all good. If you look at the attention to the detail in the light fixtures, these are not your typical $20 units. So Julio, with great time involved, selected all the different pieces. And after we'll take note as we're going downstairs, we'll see how this architectural detail ties in with the railing. So you can see here, we have the architectural, both top and lower. Again, very expensive, powder coated at the factory. Looks absolutely custom made for a custom made project. So down the stairs, we have a nice wainscoting. These are not easy to do because you've got to establish the proper angle. Every piece is cut so that it fits. But it's a nice detail on what would normally be just a boring transition area to go from the first floor to the second floor. Over here in the open area of the living room, Julio put in a very interesting architectural design railing here. Absolutely a gorgeous piece. And if you remember the light fixture upstairs, we see the same light fixture here, and it complements the railing. again, it looks good. And again, Julio's out running around trying to find these parts as he goes. He has an idea in his head, and he goes with that idea. Oh, and then here we have a cavity that there would be a post inside here. So instead of just having this as one large box, a cavity is created with the light fixture. And this is an idea that Julio copied off of my house.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Because I'm sure I'm the only guy who's got it.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's that piece there. Then we come into the powder room. The powder room, again, lovely, beautiful, light colors, an exquisite sink. Everything about this house, every architectural detail is splendid, wonderfully done. And then we'll come into the true jewel of this project, and that's this kitchen family room area. And if you notice by looking up, the intricate work on this very detailed waffled ceiling. So when this was being built, I remember Julio was here framing all of this area, all of this by hand, framing the whole thing, and everything had to be drywalled, and then you put the crown molding in. So this is a big production. All along, at the same time, you got to remember where the pot lights are going to go, because you want them all centered, so you can see that each one is perfectly in the center. So this is a real piece of architectural detail. And then when you look at the kitchen, wonderful kitchen. This is timeless design and colors. Blends in nicely with the waffle ceiling. We went with the island to match the actual cabinets. A lot of people go with a darker island. I don't particularly agree with it. I think this is the way it should be. And if you step back a bit, you'll see how the island fits in perfectly with the whole kitchen. It just blends in nicely. So it's a great room. And from here, you'll come out here, you'll see that the windows, all large, literally floor to ceiling, onto a beautiful deck made of cedar with glass panels, pergola in the background, nice grass area, well-treed neighborhood. It's like being up north, directly in the city. So that's the project for here. And, we'll do one last thing. This was a phenomenal piece here. The ceiling out back, dark stained with pot lights, so it makes you feel like you're inside even though you're outside, and vice versa.